We're talking 80 kilometers. Running it at, what, a 4.32 per kilometer average pace, clocking in under 6 hours for that distance. Honestly, when I saw that, my first thought was just Kilian. You know, the guy known for massive mountains, huge vert, running that fast for that long. It really demanded a closer look.
It's definitely a head turner, isn't it? That kind of speed over 80K. I mean, that's serious business, even on the road, let alone on trails.
Even with, what was it, 2,400 meters of gain, still, the pace is the thing.
It is, and it forces you to dig a bit deeper, you know, what's going on here.
This is all part of his prep, his build-up for returning to the Western States 100. How different is it, really? Why is it so important strategically for Western states? And
well, what's really striking is the deliberate contrast, I think. Kilian's whole legend, it's built on, you know, huge vertical gain, endless hours, and really rugged technical alpine stuff. His engine is sort of built for that. But this session, how it was picked specifically to mimic the demands of Western states. You know, fast, runnable trails, more rolling hills than super steep climbs, conditions where you need sustained speed.
so it's not just, hey, let's run fast today. It's targeted, like really targeted simulation. His social media caption was pretty simple, something like, happy with the process. But wow, the data from that run, it tells a much bigger story about the kind of process he's focused on now. Sustained speed efficiency, especially on runnable ground, over a long time.
And if you connect that back, think about his last Western States win, way back in 2011. Amazing performance, obviously.
Groundbreaking at the time.
Totally. But his training then was still arguably much more skewed towards that European mountain style. Technical terrain, lots of vert. Western states is just fundamentally different, isn't it? It's less about super technical footing and way more about managing heat, holding a solid pace on runnable sections for hours and hours.
And those infamous downhills later on, that specific kind of muscular beating.
The eccentric load on the quads from those long, gradual descents. It's a different kind of punishment than steep technical downs where you're braking more.
This terrain simulation, how it directly targets those unique Western states demands. Like, how does running 80K fast on runnable trails prepare him differently than just another massive day in the Alps?
This training isn't just about adding more miles or more vert. It's laser focused on specific physiological adaptations for this race. Things like efficiency at faster speeds on flatter ground, building that quad resilience for the downhills we mentioned, without the constant stop-start of technical stuff, and probably, almost certainly, incorporating heat adaptation strategies into these longer, faster efforts too.
Wow, okay.
It's a very conscious shift. Moving from building, let's say, a general mountain beast engine to really fine-tuning a specific Western States winning engine. It's like taking the race data and plugging it straight into the training plan.
It really feels like a masterclass in analyzing the specific challenge ahead and just completely tailoring your prep, even when you're Kilian Jornet. You can't just rest on your laurels or keep doing what worked for a different kind of race.
Exactly that. It shows that staying at the very top requires constant analysis, constant adaptation. Really underlines how even someone at his level has to dissect the demands of the goal, the unique stresses of Western states, and be willing to make pretty fundamental changes, moving away from maybe what feels like their default training mode, this super strategic, adaptable approach, focusing on speed, efficiency, race-specific needs. That's the big practical takeaway, I think.
Whatever your goals are, it really highlights that progress, real progress, often comes not just from grinding harder, but from truly analyzing the task and being smart and adaptable in how you prepare for that specific thing. Don't just train hard, train smart for the goal.
Maximize the return on your training investment, basically. Make it hyper-relevant.
So here's something to think about. Kilian won Western States back in 2011. His training then was probably, arguably, less specifically dialed in for that course than what he seems to be doing now. So will this hyper-focused adaptation be the key difference? Could it help him repeat, maybe even smash, his previous performance this year? Maybe more personally for you, looking at his willingness to analyze, adapt, maybe even reinvent parts of his approach, what specific element of that adaptable mindset could you look at in your own goals, your own challenges, and maybe apply starting today?